KMTI AM 650, the sports leader in South Central Utah, now presents Snow College Badger basketball on the radio. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now, let's go live to the basketball court for live play-by-play coverage of the Snow Badgers on KMTI.
Welcome to Rangeley, Colorado, the Heffley Gym here at the Weiss Center on the campus of Colorado Northwestern Community College for this matchup between the Snow College Lady Badgers and the Lady Spartans of Colorado Northwestern Community College. Joe Williams and Jacob Habel with you right here on Snow TV. We are really excited to bring you this game. It is going to be a fun one, the last one of the regular season, right, Jacob?
That's right, last game of the regular season, and the seeds are already set up for the tournament next week. These two teams will face off in that first playoff round, so kind of a tune-up for the Scenic Western Athletic Conference tournament next week.
And we are just 1 week out from that tournament. And like you said, a week from tonight, or 5 days from tonight, these teams will meet up in that first round. They are both set in the 4 and 5 seeds respectively in this conference. So that is going to be a really big momentum builder going into the tournament. We are going to go down to the court, I believe, for the national anthem here pretty soon. So we will come back right after that for starters.
Robinson Transport is a major part of the central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Zions Bank has been committed to community, integrity, teamwork, trust, and value for over 145 years. The reason? That's when the first customer walked through the front door. And ever since, Zions Bank has shown that customer service isn't just a department, it's in everything we do. For established principles you can count on, Zions Bank is for you. You'll see these principles in action at zionsbank.com or any Zions Bank branch. We haven't forgotten who keeps us in business, a division of Zions Bank Corporation and a member FDIC.
When your family comes to visit, does your internet seem to slow down? All those extra devices can chew up your bandwidth in a hurry, making your internet seem sluggish. Give your internet a boost with the Family Up plan from MTCC and make everyone happy. For a small fee, Family Up plans temporarily increase your internet speed while your family is here and go back to normal when they leave. Now everyone will love coming to your house even more. For more information and pricing, give MTCC a call today at 835-2929 or visit us at manti.com.
Welcome back to the Heffley Gym here on the campus of Colorado Northwestern Community College. And the starters for your Snow College Lady Badgers, number 4, the sophomore guard from Burley, Idaho, Sydney Pilling. Number 12, the freshman guard from Soda Springs, Idaho, Reagan Yamauchi. Number 20, the sophomore guard from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Lexie Peterson. Number 21, the freshman forward from Malad, Idaho, Shawnee Simpson. And finally, number 54, the sophomore center from Kearns, Utah, Micah Gustafson. And now for the Colorado Northwestern Community College Spartans. Starting at guard, number 10, the sophomore from Norwood, Colorado, Courtney Lemon. Number 11, the freshman guard from Cedar Edge, Colorado, Courtney Freeman. Number 12, the sophomore forward from Farmington, New Mexico, Danny Russo. Number 21, the sophomore forward from El Paso, Texas, Stacy Rodriguez. And finally, number 22, the sophomore forward from Cotopaxi, Colorado, Hope Bondurant. Joe Williams, Jacob Habel with you right here on Snow TV. How you doing today, Jacob?
Doing good.
It's kind of weird to be doing a game this early on a Saturday.
Yeah, this is the first 1 o'clock game we've had since before conference play started. So
seriously.
It'll be nice for us, nice for the teams to get back to E from tonight instead of tomorrow morning.
Yeah, most of these road trips we don't get back until 1:30 in the morning. Tonight we should get back before midnight. It'll be nice. So Gustafson and Bondurant set to tip off, and the Badgers control the tip. Gustafson, a convincing win on that tip. So Pilling will bring it across over to Yamauchi. Down low, Simpson out to Pilling. Badgers working it around here. Simpson on the drive, and she is fouled. And the foul is going to be called on Danny Russo, her first.
Look like they'll give that one to Rodriguez, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, you're right. It was Russo. That 1-2-2-1 is kind of confusing from the referee's hands, but they give it on Russo.
So Simpson hits her first and her second. So Courtney Lemon, kind of their main offensive powerhouse, starting that point guard position. Russo over to Bondurant. Bondurant against Gustafson. Out high, Lemon for three. No good, and it will go out of bounds. Badgers will take over. So Jacob, before the game, you had a chance to talk to Coach Mike Russell. What did he tell you about going into the postseason?
Well, I asked him, I said, does it feel weird that you have to play this team even though it doesn't affect the seeding for the tournament? Nice three-pointer from Lexie Peterson over there in the corner. I said, do you feel like you almost wish you didn't have to play this game and just play him, in the tournament next week? And he said, we want to go into the tournament on the right foot, and after the loss against Salt Lake, that's not really the start you want to get. So they're looking to get a big W here going into the tournament, boost up their confidence, and hopefully get hot going into the tournament.
And you are a former athlete. You played soccer and baseball in high school. What is the mentality of beating a team this late and then facing them in the playoffs?
Well, it's really hard because this is the third time that these two teams will play each other. That will be the fourth time this season that they'll play each other, more than any other team has played anybody up until this point. And so by this point, you understand who's capable of what. You understand different movements and different play types from all of the teams. And so it's a huge confidence booster, especially for the Badgers. If they win tonight, they'll be 3-0 against the Spartans. That's all the confidence you need to play them in the first round.
The only team that Snow will sweep if they win here this afternoon. So Sydney Pilling gets that. It is taken away. Big fumble for it, and the Spartans get the ball.
From the other point of view, Joe, this is the last home game for the Spartans this season. This is their sophomore night, and so they're actually still winless in conference play. They only have one win in the entire season. So this isn't just going to be a rollover game, and Snow College has to come into this matchup with that mindset, saying, you know what, they've got something to prove. They want to defend their home court the last night of the season. We have to earn this victory.
Beautiful steal there by Reagan Yamauchi. And you got to think of what the mentality is going to be, especially after halftime for the Badgers. They have struggled the entire season. We've talked about this nearly every game, but they struggle to put an entire game together. They play amazing in the first half. They fall apart in that third quarter. It's going to be a very interesting thing to see how Mike Russell will kind of help that mentality in this game, and especially going into the tournament.
That's right. I think the perfect, label to put on this game is a tune-up game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? They try to get some of their bench players who maybe don't get as much time. We saw Sydney McDonald with a fantastic first half on Thursday night against Salt Lake. You start playing, players like Josie Coleman and Sydney McDonald to see where they're at physically and how much they can produce off the bench next week in the tournament. So.
And these games are some of the last opportunities that Coach Russell will see his freshmen playing in conference play before they are sophomores. He's probably starting to think of his starting lineup for next year.
And they've got a lot of returners. We mentioned there's only, I believe, 4 sophomores, one of them being Rachel Roberts, who hasn't played the last few games due to injury. So most of their team will all be returning next year, which is it's a big for the program to have a majority of your team come back the next year, because they understand how the system works and they're able to teach those 4 freshmen that will come in next year.
And speaking of Rachel Roberts, she is out with injury through this game and through the tournament next week. But if the Badgers make it to the national tournament in March, she will be able to play then. And I know that may sound like a bit of a long shot, but if you think about it, they win here tonight, or this afternoon. They get a win against this Colorado Northwestern team next Thursday. And then there's only one more game between them and the Region 18 championship game.
Yeah, the winner of that game will get Salt Lake in what would be a semifinal. So, like I said, if you get hot at the right time, we see it throughout professional sports and collegiate sports. You get hot at the right time. I mean, that's what happens in March Madness every year. You get a team that gets hot, and they end up, going through to the end of the tournament. So,
and it always destroys my bracket. So the Badgers take an early lead, 7-2, with 6 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Spartans working the ball around. Beautiful passing. Lemon over. Russo down low, thrown away. Good defense by Reagan Yamauchi to stay in front of Lemon and force the turnover.
Yeah, it looked like a little miscommunication or a lack of understanding from Lemon's part down low. Looked like Russo was expecting her to cut baseline, and it looked like she had stopped.
In and out. Sydney Pilling misses the three. Bringing it down, Alyssa Civitak, the freshman guard from Kadoka, South Dakota. Spartans working it. Civitak looking. Gives it to Freeman. Over to Russo. Russo looking low. Lemon, right wing, baseline drive, no good. And off the hands of Sydney Pilling, 8 seconds on the shot clock.
And part of the drawback of having a 1 o'clock start is that sun coming in on the far side through the doors. So we apologize for that reflection on the court, but the players also have to deal with it. So.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about this court? That top right corner, you can see on your screen, the top right corner of that court has a bit of a hole. It's about 2 inches lower than the rest of the court. Three-pointers from that left corner are going to be a little hard. Freeman trying, gets it to Bondurant, and Bondurant is fouled. A late whistle. And the foul will go on, I believe that was on Sydney McDonald.
You have to feel for teams who play here and then go on the road right after to Salt Lake. I mean, the difference in arenas couldn't be more stark. You have, here in Rangeley, Colorado, we have one set of bleachers below us. You can't see it on your screen there. And then you go to Salt Lake where you're playing in a G League arena. It's just unbelievable.
And here you look out the window and you see almost nothing, really. So another turnover is forced there. The Spartans will take over. Approaching the halfway mark in the first quarter. Civitak playing the point guard. Gives it to Lemon. Lemon against McDonald. McDonald forces her to put the ball on the ground. Gives it to Civitak. Civitak, mid-range shot, no good. Right into the hands of Josie Coleman. Pilling. Her last regular season game in a Badger uniform. Down low, Micah Gustafson can't get it. The last time Micah Gustafson played on this court, she had a huge game, 19 points.
Yeah, she's due for another big one too. It's been a couple of games where we've seen her struggle a little bit down low, especially against Salt Lake on Thursday night.
McDonald gives it to Coleman. Coleman, corner, Olivia Arvey fakes the three, gives it up top. McDonald for three. No good. Rebound comes down. Micah Gustafson. And it comes off of Micah Gustafson's hands, out of bounds. I thought that one came off of Hope Bondurant.
That's what it looked like, but they end up calling it against the Badgers. You look at the 5 players on the court right now. Obviously, you have 2 starters, Pilling and Gustafson, but the other 3, McDonald, Coleman, and Arvey, we hardly ever see them this early in the first quarter. So a perfect example of that strategy that Mike Russell has going with right now to get some more playing time for his bench players to get them ready for the tournament next week.
Maybe looking at this as exactly what you said earlier, a tune-up, kind of a scrimmage type feeling here, a warm-up for next week's game when it really matters. RB, right wing, up top, McDonald. Right over Pilling's head. McDonald not happy with herself on that pass.
Yeah, it looked like instead of thinking that Pilling was 5'4", she was 6'4", the way that ball was thrown over her head.
So the Spartans will take over. 7-4. The Badgers haven't scored in about 5 minutes of play. For three, Courtney Freeman, right into the hands of Shawnee Simpson. And Yamauchi will play the point guard. Over Lexie Peterson for three. And Peterson hits her second three.
That's 8 points for Lexie right there. And we've seen it before. When she gets hot, and nobody's going to stop her from beyond the arc.
So the Spartans working it. Civitak over to Lemon. Down low, Bondurant against Simpson. Trying to post up. Good D from Simpson. I thought that she got all ball on that one, but the referee disagrees, and that will send Hope Bondurant to the line. Excuse me, that is Mackenzie Nielsen.
And Simpson's got to be a little bit more careful down low. That's a basket that, in all honesty, Nielsen's percentage of making isn't as high as perhaps Simpson had thought when she was contesting that shot. The way that the flat angle that she had on the baseline allows you to be a little bit more straight up on a shot like that and not give up the foul.
So Mackenzie Nielsen, freshman forward from Duchesne, Utah, the thriving metropolis. We drove through Duchesne on the way here, and Jacob, who grew up in big cities like Boston, Baltimore, bit of a culture shock for you, wasn't it?
Just a little bit. We got a good history lesson on the origin of the name as well from our producer, Gary Chedester.
Yeah, really interesting. So Sydney Pilling takes over at point guard instead of Reagan Yamauchi.
One of those other small towns that we drove through was Roosevelt, Utah, where Reagan Anderson is from. That was kind of fun, hearing her talk about the different places and different stories she had to share from that town.
Pilling for three, nails it. Her first points of the game, and the Badgers are up by 8 as we approach the 2-minute mark. Civitak gives out Russo up top to Freeman. Freeman left wing. Down low, Nielsen. That looked like a little handoff play from football. So Pilling gives it to Yamauchi. Yamauchi fakes the drive. Beautiful screen by Anderson. Pilling fakes the three. Down low, Simpson up top. Lexie Peterson for three. And that is good.
That's 3 threes for Peterson only in the first quarter. She hit 4 last week in the first half. So once again, you just tell her to keep shooting. And you have to think that the emphasis for tonight's game, we know that the Badgers are very capable of playing defense against any team in the conference very well. So we understand, and especially with the poor shooting percentage from the Spartans, that's not really the focus of this game. The focus is getting the shooters going, getting their feel from beyond the arc, their mid-range shot going, getting that confidence moving into next week.
Think of Lexie Peterson, Reagan Yamauchi, Sydney Pilling, those really fantastic guards. And that three is good from Danny Russo. Makes it a 6-point game. Peterson down low, Anderson. Anderson can't connect. Gets it out to Sydney Pilling. Pilling for three. No good. Rebound comes down to Courtney Lemon, and a foul is called. Shawnee Simpson already has 2 fouls in the game. She needs to be careful.
Yeah, another situation where split-second decision of going after the ball proves costly and drawing the foul. Something that the Badgers need to be a little bit more disciplined on is understanding when it is okay to foul and when it's not okay. When you have a 6-point lead in the last minute of the first quarter and it's in a transition like that too, that's one of those fouls where you don't really need to give up.
Lexie Peterson steals it and goes coast to coast. And she already has 13 points. 13 of Snow College's 18 points for Lexie Peterson. Big game for her already. 15 seconds left. Civitak over to Freeman. Lemon looking low for Bondurant. And a travel. So the Badgers will have 6.6 seconds to inbound it and make a shot. Yamauchi going to bring it. Crosses the timeline. And shoots the three. No good. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is Badgers 18, Spartans 10. We will take a quick break and be back in just a few seconds.
A lot can happen when your sidekick is a dog.
I got this.
That's why I use Zelle in the Mountain America app. It makes sending and receiving money fast and easy. So Kicker and I can keep the adventure going.
Zelle is now in the Mountain America mobile app. Quickly send and receive money from almost anyone with a bank account in the U.S.
Kicker, my sleeping bag.
I've got this.
All with the convenience and security of the Mountain America app.
No matter how you connect, Centricom delivers fast, reliable internet and powerful whole home mesh Wi-Fi throughout your home for intense gaming, easy sharing, and buffer-free streaming on every device all at once. With experts ready to help. Connect to faster internet. Connect with Centra Wi-Fi. Connect to now. Call or click Centricom.com to upgrade your internet today.
Welcome back to the Heffley Gym here at Colorado Northwestern Community College. The Badgers lead 18-10 as we start the second quarter. The Badgers will start with the ball, and Reagan Yamauchi playing the point guard position. On the floor right now for the Badgers, Reagan Yamauchi, Lexie Peterson, Olivia Arvey, Micah Gustafson, and Reagan Anderson. On the floor for the Spartans, you have Courtney Lemon, Courtney Freeman, Alyssa Civitak, Hope Bondurant, and Mackenzie Nielsen.
Mauchi with her first points of the game on that nice mid-range jump shot. She's very capable of knocking down, and you know, we talked about in the first half of the season how she was the most consistent player for the Badgers, and she's kind of struggled the last couple games, and she's taken upon herself to improve on that.
Reagan Anderson whistled for the foul, and that will send Mackenzie Nielsen to the line again. Nielsen, first shot away, and it's good. They've got two excellent rebounders down low, Micah Gustafson, Reagan Anderson, to rebound after this shot. Nielsen's second shot is good. 8-point lead for the Badgers. Yamauchi looking. RV right wing to Anderson. Down low, Lexie Peterson for two.
That's a beautiful look from Anderson down low to Peterson. I mean, she was outside of the three-point line when she threw that down to Peterson. With a lot of movement on the other side of the court, finding Peterson streaking down the side, that's a good pickup from Anderson.
So Peterson already has 15 points. Freeman trying to drive against Arvey. To Lemon, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Down low, Mackenzie Nielsen fumbles it. And a jump ball is called. And the possession arrow favors the Spartans.
Again, one of those awareness issues that perhaps the Badgers have. There's only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. If they don't contest, then the Spartans would be called on the shot clock violation. Instead, they get the shot off right there after the inbound play.
So Micah Gustafson gets the rebound and gives it to Yamauchi. Yamauchi against Freeman. Right inside, down low, beautiful pocket pass to Gustafson. Gustafson can't hit it and can't get the rebound, so the Spartans will take over after it goes out of bounds. Freeman now playing the point guard.
Outside of Lexie Peterson, who has 15, nobody else has any more than 3. Sydney Pilling has 3 points, and that's about it for scores on the Badgers.
On that one beautiful corner 3. Shot no good from Freeman. Arby gives it to Yamauchi. To Peterson. Down low, Gustafson. And 16-footer from the elbow. Anderson gets the 2. Her first points of the game. Courtney Lemon gives it to Freeman. Civitak against Peterson. Down low, Hope Bondurant not able to connect. And Courtney Lemon for 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Anderson, but she is fouled. And Hope Bondurant holding her face. Looks like she may have been elbowed. So Bondurant will come off.
You can hear the few spectators who are actually at this game yelling at the refs. How is she called on the foul when she got elbowed in the face? We're just a little too high to be able to see what really happened on that play.
Seriously. Stacy Rodriguez checks in. And the Badgers have the ball. 7 minutes, 22 seconds on the clock. Arvey to Peterson. Corner to Pilling. Back to Peterson. Down low, Reagan Anderson against Rodriguez. No good. Rebound. Reagan Anderson, but she came over the top of a Spartan player and fouls. So the Spartans will take the ball. They're down by 12, 24-12. Alyssa Civitak is picked up by Lexie Peterson. Simpson against Nielsen. Rodriguez right inside the three-point line, no good. Sydney Pilling grabs the rebound, gets it to Peterson. Peterson down low, Coleman, Simpson up top, Pilling, Arvey, and Simpson with the wide open 3, no good. Rebound, Pilling. And the beautiful, beautiful floater there from Sydney Pilling, and she gets the basket.
Yeah, a little unusual there. Simpson with the missed three-pointer and then Pilling with the rebound and putback. Usually it's the other way around.
Seriously. Nielsen is pickpocketed, but it's fouled. And that foul is going to go on. They give that one to Shawnee Simpson.
That's Simpson's third foul already here with 6 minutes left in the first half, so she'll come off the floor as Gustafson replaces her again. One of those situations where you have to ask yourself if the foul was really necessary. She went for that steal, as was Pilling, but ends up getting called on the foul.
Great job by Micah Gustafson to contest Mackenzie Nielsen. Nielsen tried to put a body on her. Gustafson knew exactly what she was doing. Grabbed the ball, forces the jump ball, and the Badgers get it. Pilling to Coleman. Coleman doesn't want to take the 3, gives it instead to Lexie Peterson. And Gustafson loses it, but gets it back. And just an errant pass.
Yeah, the Badgers weren't really able to get anything set up on that possession. You could tell, especially with Josie Coleman up top, she had about a good 5 feet to drive and hit a mid-range shot, decided against it, and there was no real purpose or intention behind the passes on that possession.
And you got to wonder if that is because Josie Coleman was so focused on sticking to the play, or if that was more a lack of confidence in herself to hit that shot.
And it might be a combination of both, but that's what sets apart teams like Salt Lake or Utah State Eastern is their ability to adjust. When something doesn't go the way that they planned, their ability to adjust off the ball and on the ball. Another pass again intended for an open Badger ends up flying out of bounds.
And that's really been a problem for the Badgers all season long, is just those errant passes that result in unnecessary turnovers.
And the hard part about it is in practice, you go through, Stacey Rodriguez, a huge three there. You go through each of the plays designed, for the offense, and you go through them, but there's nobody guarding, right? Usually in their run-throughs, their walk-throughs, pregame and during the week, you don't really have any intense defense. And so all of a sudden when it's thrown at you during the game, it's hard to adjust.
Very much so.
Charge call there, offensive foul on, looks like they go Micah Gustafson on that foul.
Her first foul. Very rare that we see Shelby Simpson in foul trouble and Micah Gustafson not. So they are going to take a timeout. We will take a quick timeout as well.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
My name is Richard Anderson. I'm one of the general surgeons working at Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi, Utah. My trajectory was not into surgery at first. I decided to become a research scientist, but I had no opportunity to work with people. Since moving to this area, I have made lasting friends, lifelong friends, and I have enjoyed providing the same sort of quality surgical care that they can obtain in Salt Lake or Provo, but with more prompt and certainly more personal service.
Welcome back. The Spartans have the ball after the timeout. Freeman working against Pilling. Freeman gets fouled. And that is going to go on Sydney Pilling. So that'll send Courtney Freeman to the line. Number 11.
That's 8 team fouls already for the Badgers in the first half.
So Freeman, first one is away and good.
And 5th in this quarter, so that will put the Spartans into the bonus. An example of if you're playing a better team, you have to be more disciplined on defense, especially when you have players who can shoot from the free throw line. You don't want to give them easy opportunities to climb back in this game when you've established a lead.
Yeah, that turns what was a double-digit lead into just a 7-point lead. Pilling gives that to Micah Gustafson, intended for Lexie Peterson. A foul is called. It's going to go against the Spartans, and that is called on Hope Bondurant. So Pilling will inbound and give that to Gustafson. No contest from the Spartans on the inbound. Coleman out to Yamauchi. Pilling over to Peterson. Not going to take the three. Down low. And Gustafson in traffic. Gives that to Peterson. Corner three, no good. Rebound, Courtney Freeman. Yamauchi almost picks her pocket, but not quite. Lemon down low to Bondurant against Josie Coleman. Coleman gets it loose, but can't get the steal. Nielsen posting up against Gustafson. Can't get it. Rebound, Coleman. Pilling against Lemon. The Spartans turned into a zone defense, trying to always double team the ball carrier.
A missed opportunity there. Gustafson had Coleman wide open underneath the basket and decided to pass it out to the three-point line instead, and the Badgers end up coming up empty-handed on that possession. Again, the awareness, they're a little lackadaisical here. They have the 7-point lead. But against a team like Colorado Northwestern, that's not good enough.
Right. Yamauchi hits the 2 right inside the 3-point line. She probably thought she was right outside the 3-point line and shot it. Civitak to Lemon. Set to check in now for the Badgers, Olivia Arvey and Sydney McDonald. Set to check in for the Spartans is Stacy Rodriguez. A foul called on Sydney Pilling, her second.
So Pilling and Anderson both have 2 fouls. Gustafson and McDonald. And yeah, Gustafson and McDonald have 1. And then Simpson has 3. So lots of early foul trouble here for the Badgers.
So Courtney Freeman will go to the line. Freeman, 5'8" freshman from Cedar Edge, Colorado. She can play either the guard or the forward, according to this paper. We've seen her play. We've seen her play more of the guard spot. Freeman hits 1 of her 2. McDonald gives it to Yamauchi. The Spartans have switched to a full court press. Very rare that the Spartans go a game without playing a full court press. Yamauchi hits the mid-range jumper, her sixth point of the game.
If any of you watching this broadcast are Spartans fans, we apologize. Obviously, this is Snow TV, so we're used to watching our girls play. And the only real information that's given to us about the other team is, as Joe mentioned, this paper right in front of us.
The roster that is available as you come into the arena. That's about it.
I guess it is the 3rd time we've seen them play, though, so.
Oh, yeah.
Good pass from RV down low to Coleman.
And Josie Coleman with the easy bucket. And we're back up to a 12-point lead for the Badgers. Freeman against Pilling, gets that out. Rodriguez for 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Yamauchi. McDonald. And she is very obviously fouled by Alyssa Civitak.
That'll be let's see. That'll be the 3rd team foul in this quarter, so not yet into the bonus.
Minute and 25 seconds away from halftime as McDonald will shoot 2. Misses the first. Sydney McDonald still scoreless in this game. Shoots her second, and that one bounces off the front iron, no good. Rebound to Freeman. Crosses the timeline. Civitak back to Freeman. Freeman fakes the drive. Gives it back to Civitak against McDonald. Sydney McDonald staying right on her. Rodriguez, who hit the beautiful, huge three-pointer earlier in the quarter. No good. Rebound, Josie Coleman. Less than a minute left in the first half. Pilling to Yamauchi. Fakes a 3 to Pilling. Corner 3. No good. Rebound, Olivia Arvey. And gets that out. Out again, McDonald for 3. No good, and that is going to be off the hands of the Spartans. So the Badgers will keep the ball. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
I think the player with the most potential to improve next season and have a big impact for this team next year is going to be Olivia Arvey. She's kind of an all-around player. We've seen her get big rebounds against girls who are bigger than her. She can shoot pretty well, actually. And so if she's able to kind of fine-tune some of those skills over the offseason, she could be a huge threat for the Badgers.
Agreed. Olivia Arvey, Reagan Yamauchi, I think is a very obvious big name for the Badgers next season, as well as Josie Coleman taking over for Micah Gustafson. So at the end of the first half, the score is Badgers 34, Spartans 20. We will see you back here in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Snow TV.
Visits to the dentist cause great anxiety and fear in some people, further jeopardizing oral and overall health. This is Dr. Douglas. We not only deliver optimal dental care, we make you comfortable while we do it.
Douglas Dentistry's patients love listening to music or watching a movie during treatment. Some patients prefer nitrous oxide or laughing gas or conscious sedation.
Call Douglas Dentistry today, 283-3800. That's 283-3800. Find us on Facebook or click on douglasdentistryephrem.com.
Now's a great time to go deep at Little Caesars in Ephraim and Nephi. Try the hot and ready deep dish lunch combo with 4 slices of Detroit-style deep dish pizza with pepperoni and 1 20-ounce Pepsi product. Makes my mouth water just thinking on it. Hey, you can also go deep with a deep dish 3-meat treat and the deep dish ultimate pizzas, and you'll have a hard time wiping that satisfied smile off your face. Go deep today at Little Caesars in Ephraim and Nephi.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
I got the whole world in my hands. I got the world safely in my hands. Oh.
With a 3% cash bonus on balance transfers, a Mountain America Rewards credit card can put the whole world in your hands. Imagine the memories you'll make with a same-day cash bonus and rewards like event tickets and travel rebates. It's easy to transfer a balance through our mobile app or at a branch. Get your 3% cash bonus today.
Intermountain San Pete Valley Hospital wishes the Badgers all the best, both during the game and in everyday life. We are proud to be a Snow College sponsor. Intermountain now offers Connect Care, which gives you access to a healthcare provider 24/7 from your own home on a smartphone, tablet, or computer for one low price. Just download the app to use, keeping you close to home for your health care. Intermountain San Pete Valley Hospital, helping people live the healthiest lives possible.
Spanish Fork's best kept secret, Shepherd's Carpets has opened a new location here in Richfield. Shepherd's offers everything from carpet, vinyl plank, as well as vinyl, hardwood, and laminate. Shepherd's provides estimates, installation, and carpet binding. Make Shepherd's your total flooring source. Come in and see us at 410 North Main here in Richfield, Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 4. Call us at 435-865-2025. That's 865-2025.
My mom told me to not take a class before 8 a.m. my first semester. Mom told me the library was the best place to study. Mom told me to get involved on campus. My mom told me that Snow College was the best place to start. And don't tell my mom this, but she was right. Coming to Snow College was the best decision I've ever made.
Snow College is accepting your application right now. To get more information or schedule a campus visit, go to snow.edu. That's snow.edu. At Snow College, it is all about you.
When your family comes to visit, does your internet seem to slow down? All those extra devices can chew up your bandwidth in a hurry, making your internet seem sluggish. Give your internet a boost with the Family Up plan from MTCC and make everyone happy. For a small fee, Family Up plans temporarily increase your internet speed while your family is here and go back to normal when they leave. Now everyone will love coming to your house even more. For more information and pricing, give MTCC a call today at 835-2929 or visit us at manti.com.
I got the whole world in my hands. I got the world safely in my hands. Oh.
With a 3% cash bonus on balance transfers, a Mountain America Rewards credit card can put the whole world in your hands. Imagine the memories you'll make with a same-day cash bonus and rewards like event tickets and travel rebates. It's easy to transfer a balance through our mobile app or at a branch. Get your 3% cash bonus today.
Are you worried about paying for college? Do you wish there was an affordable option that didn't sacrifice quality? Snow College. It's got to be the best kept secret in the state. Compared to my friends at bigger schools, I paid my tuition, housing, and books for less than their tuition costs alone. I even had enough left over to go shopping. To save my money. Can you actually edit that out? My dad listens to this station.
Snow College is accepting your application right now. To get more information or schedule a campus visit, go to snow.edu. At Snow College, it is all about you.
I'm Dr. Chris Karish, orthopedic surgeon with a subspecialty in sports medicine. Central Valley Medical Center has state-of-the-art operating rooms and the latest orthopedic equipment to provide me with the tools to perform safe and minimally invasive procedures. I've had the opportunity to treat athletes from my own sons to the NFL. I provide a wide variety of treatments to get you back on your feet and enjoying your life. Come see us here at Central Valley Medical Center where we can treat you as a friend and not a medical record number.
Welcome back to the Heffley Gym here on the campus of Colorado Northwestern Community College. Just some stats for you right here at halftime. Joe Williams and Jacob Habel with you right here. Number one, point leader Lexie Peterson, 15 points in the game, followed not so closely by Courtney Freeman of the Spartans with 8 points, the two top point leaders. Right now the Badgers are out rebounding the Spartans, 23 rebounds to 8 rebounds. That is a huge difference. 17 defensive rebounds for the Badgers versus Spartans 6. 6 offensive rebounds versus the Spartans 2. The Spartans have gone to the foul line 5 times for a total of 8 of 10 points. And the Badgers only made it to the line twice for a total 2 of 4. The Badgers have also hit 14 of 30 field goals with 4 of 13 from beyond the arc. The Spartans, 5 of 24 from the field and 2 of 12 from beyond the arc. Points in the paint, Snow College has 12 points, Colorado 2. Points off of turnovers, Snow College 8, Colorado 7. The Snow College has 9 turnovers versus the Spartans 8 turnovers. Bench points, Snow College has 6 versus Colorado's 3. And the last field goal, Snow College made a field goal with 37 seconds left in the first half, and Colorado made a field goal. Their last field goal was 5 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first half. Jacob, what other stats stand out to you?
When you look at where the Badgers are right now at halftime, they're up 34-20. The biggest margin of lead here in the first half of 14 points, and so at the end of the day on the scoreboard it hasn't affected at all, but the 9 turnovers all have been just sloppy. You expect to have a few turnovers a game, especially from a defense who plays a full court press sometimes, and so to expect 0 turnovers a game, that's not what I'm talking about. Right. But to have 9 in the first half against the worst team in the league who hasn't won a game yet, those are the things that need to be polished and fine-tuned and gotten rid of before they play a team like Salt Lake if they beat this team next week. Another issue, I think, is the personal fouls. The Badgers have been called on 9 fouls. You mentioned the Spartans are 8 of 10 from the line. That's 8 points that aren't necessary, that weren't earned, they were given. And if those 8 points weren't there from the line, you're looking at a 34-12 lead, a 22-point lead. And like I've mentioned in the first half, most of those fouls just kind of awkward, just not necessary. Fouls in transition at the half line, players coming in from rebounds, going over the top, when really they didn't need to. And so those are things that Coach Russell is probably telling his girls right now, yes, we have a 14-point lead. That's great. But we need to fix this. We need to work this out, because if we continue to play like this, when we go into the tournament next week and play Colorado, that's something that might linger. And if it lingers then, it might linger in a future game against a team like Salt Lake.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that they're going to want to adjust and kind of polish before the second half.
Can we also take a look at Lexie Peterson? 6 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, 15 points. I mean, how do you think she must be feeling right now?
Well, her season high is 17, so she's one basket away. It's probably something in her mind at this point. I won't lie, as an athlete, sometimes you think about stuff like that. Perhaps she didn't realize how much she had until she went into the locker room and they had the stat sheet for her and said, hey, you've got 15, and the next closest score for the Badgers is Yamauchi with 6. So right. Peterson has been carrying this offense from beyond the arc. She's 3 of 4. So again, starting to light up from downtown. She's very capable of it, and that's huge. We've seen Yamauchi with big point game. We've seen Gustafson and Simpson score in the double digits, high in the double digits, borderline 20 points. And so Lexie Peterson, getting her up into those high range point totals is going to be huge if they can, advance to a second round and play Salt Lake.
So we are going to take a quick break before the start of the second half. Thank you so much for watching Snow Badger TV.
You no longer need to worry over missing teeth or dentures not fitting correctly. Douglas Dentistry offers tooth replacement options, including complete dentures, partial dentures to bridges, dental implants, and much more.
Call 283-3800 so Dr. Douglas can improve your smile. That's 283-3800, or visit Douglas Dentistry at 41 West, 700 South in Ephraim, across from Los Amigos.
Try us online at douglasdentistry.ephraim.com or find us on Facebook. This is Dr. Douglas. Let us take care of and improve your dental health.
Zions Bank has been committed to community, integrity, teamwork, trust, and value for over 145 years. The reason? That's when the first customer walked through the front door. And ever since, Zions Bank has shown that customer service isn't just a department, it's in everything we do. For established principles you can count on, Zions Bank is for you. You'll see these principles in action at zionsbank.com or any Zions Bank branch. We haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. A division of Zions Bank Corporation, N.A., member FDIC.
Little Caesars Pizza in Nephi and Ephraim boasts the most cheese and the most common toppings at the nation's best prices. Family parties, work crews, office staff, or athletic teams all benefit when Little Caesars is asked to tame our hunger. From hot and ready to deep dish and everything in between, everybody wins with Little Caesars. Give Little Caesars Pizza a try today, and you'll still be wearing a big old smile tomorrow. That's Little Caesars Pizza, 462 North Main in Ephraim and 1010 North Main in Nephi.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabric.
Welcome back to the Heffley Gym on the campus of Colorado Northwestern Community College. Joe Williams, Jacob Abel with you right here on Snow Badger TV. Couldn't get the words out there for a second. Started the second half between the Snow College Lady Badgers and the Colorado Northwestern Lady Spartans. So the Spartans started with the ball. They trail by 14. Danny Russo posting up against Reagan Yamauchi. Looking for the two, but instead gives it to Freeman. Down low. Nice find for Courtney Lemon. Courtney Lemon's first points of the game.
High off the glass. That almost hit the white borderline on the backboard.
It's very rare that we see Courtney Lemon struggle that much in the first half. Those were her first points of the game. Sydney Pilling drives, tried to get that to Gustafson, but instead takes the mid-range jumper, no good. And off the hands of Gustafson, it'll go to the Spartans. So Courtney Lemon will take over at point guard. Lemon against Yamauchi, gives it to Civitak. Civitak trying to drive. The Badgers playing his own defense. Hope Bondurant gets the rebound and puts it back for the second chance points.
That's 2 straight baskets for the Spartans. Badgers still haven't scored yet after coming back from the break. That's not what you want to do when you come out of a break. You can't let the other team start to sniff at your lead.
Courtney Lemon, slow to get up. She's got a smile on her face, though. She gets up and says, yeah, I'm good. So Reagan Anderson will check in for Micah Gustafson. Pilling inbounds to Yamauchi. The Spartans trying out a lockdown D man-to-man defense. Reagan Anderson down low against Civitak, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes to Hope Bondurant. That lockdown D working well in that first play. Lemon for 3, hits it. Courtney Lemon finally finding her stride on offense.
Just like that, the lead's cut in half, down to 7 points now. Badgers still scoreless in the second half. You can't let a team like this, you can't let any team get on a run coming out from the break. Yamauchi kind of puts a cap on it for at least for the meantime, but you start playing a team, we've seen them hold leads against better teams like Utah State Eastern and CSI, and when you let them back into the game, especially in the third quarter, that happens to be their Achilles heel. And that's what happens, is they start getting back into the game and then they go on a run.
And it is plays like that that have really chipped away at this Badger lead. 7-point lead now as Yamauchi looks to drive and gets that to Anderson. Anderson drives and gets it, misses the shot. So the Spartans finally feeling some momentum in the game. Russo to Bondurant, mid-range. 5-point lead now. Mike Russell calls a timeout. So we are going to take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. The management and staff recognizes the dedication and hard work of the Snow College athletic teams and hopes their support assists the athletic programs in continuing their traditions of excellence. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time. Honored to sponsor the Snow Badgers Steelman play of the game.
It's time to supercharge your internet with the fastest speeds in the area from Centracom. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by Centra Wi-Fi, our whole home mesh Wi-Fi system. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Call or click Centracom.com to supercharge your internet today.
Welcome back to beautiful Rangeley, Colorado, where the Badgers are leading the Spartans 36-31. The Badgers have the ball. Yamauchi gives that over to Pilling. Pilling looking low, but instead gives it to Peterson for 3. No good. A very rare air ball, especially in this game, from Lexie Peterson. She had 17 points in the first half. She is scoreless so far in the second half.
It's easy right now, Joe, to look at the scoreboard and get a little nervous knowing that you only have a 5-point lead against a winless team. But there's a lot of basketball left in this game. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter, a full fourth quarter to play. So while it is a little nerve-wracking with such a small lead and knowing that if they can't score enough that this team could come back into the game, there's a lot of basketball left to play.
And we've seen this kind of all season long. The Badgers play an amazing first half, kind of fall apart in the third quarter, and then come back in the fourth. And the Badgers starting to play with a little more intensity And a foul is called. And it is going to go on, I think they called that on Hope Bondurant. So that will send Lexie Peterson to the line. Lexie Peterson's last regular season game in a Badger uniform. Peterson, so far in the game, she has not gone to the line. This is her first trip to the line. Shot is away. And no good. She'll shoot one more. No good. Rebound comes down to Hope Bondurant. And a lane violation is called on the Spartans, so that will send Lexie Peterson back to the line for one more shot. Peterson hits it. 18 points in the game. 6-point lead now for the Badgers. They've scored 3 points in the last 4 minutes of play. Freeman dribbling up top, gives it to Lemon. Lemon against Imauchi. Over to Bondurant, back to Freeman. Freeman looking low. Danny Russo. And Danny Russo gets the easy two.
RV committed just a little too much, and that's how Russo was able to grab the ball and spin away for the basket.
And the Colorado Northwestern bench is electric right now. They are really in this game, cheering their players on. And double dribble is called on Lexie Peterson.
You can't blame the Spartans bench for feeling this way. I mean, they're 4 points, down by 4 points against Snow College. And like we said before, they don't have a win in all of conference play. This being their last game at home, you know, they can see it. They can feel the opportunity to pull off an upset.
Cheryl Klosterman not happy with the no call on that steal.
And Yamauchi should be very unhappy too, as she was covered by 4 different Spartan players all over her. Couldn't even get the shot very high and wasn't called. No foul was called.
The Badgers trying out this zone defense. Hope Bondurant on the hard bank shot.
Bondurant now has 10 points as she scored 6 in the second half and laid down to 2 points now.
The Badgers starting to turn up the intensity. Arvey for 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Alyssa Civitak. And the Spartans slow it down, don't take the fast break opportunity and set up their offense. Freeman for 3. And the Spartans have taken the lead. For the first time in this game, the first time in 3 games this regular season, the Colorado Northwestern Spartans lead the Snow College Badgers.
It's a huge third quarter from Courtney Lemon. All 10 of her points have come in this quarter.
Offensive foul, a charge called on Freeman. She nods her head. She knows what she did. The fans not happy. So a timeout is called. We are also going to take a quick timeout. We will be back in 60 seconds.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com. Robinson Transport is a major part of the central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Spanish Fork's best kept secret.
Welcome back to the Heffley Gym on the campus of Colorado Northwestern Community College. Joe Williams, Jacob Habel with you right here on Snow Badger TV. And the Badgers, who led by 12 at halftime, by 14 at halftime, have now lost the lead. They trail by 1 to Colorado Northwestern with under 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Jacob, what do you think needs to happen for the Badgers to take back the lead?
Just to give you an idea, the halftime score was 34-20. The Badgers have scored 4 points in 6 minutes compared to 17 points for the Spartans. If you want to say anything about this Badger offense, it's that they don't know how to score in the third quarter. Yamauchi trying to prove me wrong right there with the opportunity for the three-point play. But, I mean, we've seen it all season long. And I don't know what it is, if it's coming out of the locker room after halftime feeling like, okay, we've established our lead. We don't need to have the same intensity as we do in the first half. I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, they need to figure it out and fast, because if they go into the tournament next week with that same mentality, they're gonna get blown out of the water by Salt Lake.
So the Badgers really trying to turn up the intensity here in the third quarter. And Yamauchi with the steal. Yamauchi bringing it down, gives it to Gustafson. And a pretty obvious offensive foul is called on Gustafson.
Gustafson has just been struggling. She is yet to score a basket, picks up her second foul. She's responsible for a few of those first half turnovers as well, and that's someone that usually produces on both sides of the ball for the Badgers, who hasn't been anywhere to be found on this court thus far in the game.
So the Spartans are working it around. Courtney Lemon with it right now. Gives out to Bondurant. Bondurant for 3 and hits it. Taking back the lead for the Spartans. So another 1-point lead as we approach 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
That's all it takes in the game of basketball, is for one team to go cold from shooting and the other team to get hot, and that's why this lead has been reversed.
Lexie Peterson off the screen from Gustafson. It is knocked away by Danny Russo, and Courtney Lemon comes up with the ball. Russo against Coleman. Gives out to Freeman. Freeman against McDonald. Back to Russo. Russo drives and knocks over Josie Coleman, draws the offensive foul.
Coleman got really lucky on that foul call. She was definitely shuffling her feet. Really big break there for the Badgers, and you can hear the Spartan crowd yelling, telling the referee what they thought of that call. Really, really lucky from Coleman.
Yeah. I went down courtside to grab the halftime stats, and I'll tell you, I've never seen this this gym this full of fans. The bleachers are pretty full, and that almost never happens in this gym. So some Rangeley fans finally coming out. Gustafson for the easy bucket, and the Badgers take back the lead.
Maybe that can start to get Gustafson rolling. You get a quick, easy basket like that, kind of let yourself know, okay, I'm good. I'm on the board. Let me just play my game the rest of the way.
And the Badgers really need to get somebody going like that, because Lexie Peterson has gone silent in this second half. Sydney McDonald gives out to Yamauchi. It is knocked out by Freeman. So the Badgers will retain possession, under 2 minutes to play.
And I'm going to go out on a limb right here and say that Gustafson is going to end up with 10 points. She's at 2 right now. I think she's going to be the key to help this Badger offense regain a big lead.
And we know she is very capable of it. Last time she was on this court, she had 19 points. Gustafson gets the rebound, but passes it into the hands of Courtney Lemon. Another turnover. Freeman trying to direct some traffic. Passing it around. Freeman against Yamauchi. To Civitak, down low. Mackenzie Nielsen against Gustafson, and Gustafson is a brick wall. No good. And the foul is called. So the Badgers will take over. And now the Badgers are in the bonus. The Spartans have 5 team fouls. So at the line is going to be Reagan Yamauchi. So the Badgers lead by by 1.
This is the most vocal we've heard this crowd in a men's or women's game here in Colorado.
Yeah. Yamauchi hits the first. She'll shoot one more. Reagan Yamauchi, 5'7" freshman from Soda Springs, Idaho, and a big key to the guard position on this Badger offense. And hits the second. So 3-point lead. Civitak with it for the Spartans. Gives out over to Freeman. To Lemon. Lemon fakes the three. Gives out to Freeman. Back to Bondurant. Off the feet of Bondurant, and the Badgers force the turnover.
Good job from Yamauchi getting a hand in there. Caused Bondurant to lose grip of the ball and ends up kicking it out of bounds. That's a hard move to do, especially when you've been called on the foul a few times before. For Yamauchi herself doesn't have any fouls, but the team, in terms of reaching fouls, has been called a few times in the first half, and so that it requires a lot of finesse. It reminds me of that doctor game, right? When it buzzes when you hit.
Operation.
Operation. Thank you. Thank you. That's what it reminds me of, right? When you're trying to go in there and get back out without touching anybody.
So the Spartans take over. Civitak over to Lemon. Just a reminder that the men's game between Snow College and Colorado Northwestern will also be on this channel. So stay tuned for that. They will tip off at 3 o'clock. And Gary Chittister will bring you the live play-by-play for that. That's going to be a fun game to watch as well. And Sydney McDonald goes hard to the ground, but gets up. And a foul is called, that one on Courtney Lemon, and the fans are not happy at all.
Fans arguing that McDonald tripped on herself, and Courtney Lemon just happened to be behind her.
So Sydney McDonald shoots her first and makes it her first point of the game. 5'6" freshman from Kanab, Utah. Their number one bench guard. After taking what seemed like an eternity, the second shot goes in. No good on the last second shot, so that will take us to the end of the third quarter. The score, Snow College Badgers 46, Colorado Northwestern Spartans 41. We will be back for the start of the fourth quarter.
Shepherd's Carpets has opened a new location here in Richville. Shepherd's offers everything from carpet, vinyl plank, as well as vinyl, hardwood, and laminate. Shepherd provides estimates, installation, and carpet binding. Make Shepherd's your total flooring source. Come in and see us at 410 North Main here in Richville. Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 4. Call us at 435-865-2025. That's 865-2025.
Intermountain Sanpete Valley Hospital wishes the Badgers all the best, both during the game and in everyday life. We are proud to be a Snow College sponsor. Intermountain now offers Connect Care, which gives you access to a healthcare provider 24/7 from your own home on a smartphone, tablet, or computer for one low price. Just download the app to use. Keeping you close to home for your health care. Intermountain Sanpete Valley Hospital, helping people live the healthiest lives possible.
Welcome back for the start of the fourth quarter. We were up here dancing. Jacob, I didn't know you had such good dance moves, buddy.
Only in the press box when nobody else can see me.
Fair enough. So the Badgers lead the Spartans 46-41. Final quarter of the regular season. These teams will face each other again next Thursday. I believe the tip-off of that one will be at 5:30. That will be up in Twin Falls, Idaho for the first game of the Region XVIII tournament.
All kinds of fouls all over the place in that play, and nothing is called. Gustafson got lucky. She was looking to the corner, and nobody was there. The pass was deflected right into Yamauchi's hand.
Shelby Simpson for three. Shawnee Simpson, excuse me. Shawnee Simpson. I think that's the second time I said Shelby today.
That's all right. She'll forgive you.
I apologize.
She's a very forgiving person.
Yes, she is. So the Spartans working it here. Save attack with the drive, no good, and the rebound comes down. Foul is called, and that is going to go on Micah Gustafson.
So that's Gustafson's third personal foul in the game as well. So both Simpson and Gustafson each with 3 personal fouls.
Lucky for Shawnee Simpson, said it right that time, that she didn't pick up her 4th foul in the third quarter. She had 3 fouls rather early in the game. She had to sit with more than 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter, but now she only has 3 fouls. She'll be able to play a good majority of this fourth quarter. So Mackenzie Nielsen sinks 1 of her 2. And another foul is called.
Looked like they're saying that she actually stepped out of bounds on the sideline.
Oh, okay.
And the crowd again giving an earful to the referee on the near side.
You're right. I've never heard a crowd in this gym be so vocal.
The only other crowd that can compare, Simpson again, another big 3.
Beautiful 3.
The only crowd that I think can compare to this one right now is the one in Ephraim, Utah.
They can be brutal there in Ephraim.
Especially that front row right behind the scorers table.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So the Spartans really working it around here. You know who I think is worse in Ephraim is the pep band that is in the gym every single game. Sydney Pilling, the easy layup for 2. That pep band, they say some things.
Yeah, they're a pep band, but they're also the opposing team's worst nightmare.
Amen to that. So a timeout is called. We'll also take a timeout.
You know that Centricom provides great products and services to your home. And you can get the same great value for your business with CentraFiox, Centricom's fiber optic network service.
Whether you're making sales over the phone or online to customers around the world,
we deliver the reliable business solutions you need at a competitive price.
And we do it all with uncompromising service.
Let's talk about what matters to your business. Call or click CentraFiox.com today.
Do you want to make a difference in life? Do you want a college that values you right now? At Snow College, I had opportunities to be hands-on and really make a difference as a freshman in clubs, classes, sports, and student government. At Snow College, I didn't get pushed to the back while I watched the upperclassmen do everything. I was involved right away.
Snow College is accepting your application right now. To get more information or schedule a campus visit, go to snow.edu. That's snow.edu. At Snow College, it is all about you.
Welcome back to Snow TV. Joe Williams, Jacob Habel with you, bringing you the fourth quarter of action. 8 minutes, 27 seconds left in the regular season for the Lady Badgers of Snow College. Joe Williams and Jacob Habel with you. Jacob, this has been a fun game to watch and really a fun season.
You know, we were talking after the break, after the third quarter, where Snow College actually had trailed at parts of that third quarter. And as nerve-wracking as it seemed, you got a little nervous. But we knew that in the fourth quarter, the Badgers were going to come out and they're going to fix their problems. But the important, I don't know how there was no foul on that call, or excuse me, on that play, as Russo came behind. But one of the things we mentioned is you cannot afford to have a third quarter like that against any other team in this conference, whether it's CSI, Utah State Eastern, or Salt Lake Community College. If you let them back into the game in the third quarter, and we've seen this time and time again, you let them back into the game in the third quarter, they're going to run with it in the fourth. And the only way that you can even think of beating a team like that, having an upset, is if you maintain that lead that you gained. And
right.
Play consistent basketball through all four quarters.
So right now it is looking like the Badgers will take this one. Of course, nothing is final yet. And like we said, this is just kind of a tune-up game, looking forward for the Region XVIII tournament starting in just 5 days. The Badgers will face this team in the first game of that, the 4 and 5 seed respectively. The Badgers 3 and 8 in conference play. The Spartans are 0 and 11 right now.
It'll be interesting for both teams because this is the first time that they'll play a game on a neutral location since before the conference season had started. So, you know, in terms of fan influence on the game, it'll be a little less for both teams.
Courtney Freeman misses both of her free throws. Reagan Yamauchi bringing it. And that CSI court, it'll be in Twin Falls at the College of Southern Idaho. That arena is very, very different than the arenas that both these teams are used to playing in. Shawnee Simpson hits her third three of the game.
Simpson now has 11 points, so after a slow first half and picking up those 3 personal fouls, she's been able to get hot a little bit from beyond the arc especially.
Sydney Pilling whistled for the foul. So Courtney Freeman will go to the line again.
I've got Pilling down with 3 fouls, but according to the scoreboard, that's her 4th personal foul. So more foul issues for the Badgers.
Freeman finally hits her free throw. So a 16-point lead for the Badgers. Second free throw away. And hits them both. Courtney Freeman redeems herself after going 0 of 2 just a few moments ago. Yamauchi against Freeman. Over to Peterson. Peterson looking low. And the call there of another foul. An offensive foul off the ball. And that is going to be called on Reagan Yamauchi. So Alyssa Civitak brings it for the Spartans, gives it over to Freeman. Freeman over to Rodriguez. Back to Civitak against Shawnee Simpson. Looking low for Mackenzie Nielsen. Nielsen trying to post up against Gustafson. Doesn't get the basket. Rebound Shawnee Simpson. Yamauchi crosses the timeline to Peterson. Peterson to Pilling.
After scoring 15 points in the first half, Peterson only has a free throw in the second half.
So Peterson up top gives that over to Pilling. Pilling against Civitak to Gustafson. Mismatch somewhere. Gustafson is against Russo. Pilling for 3. Hits it at the buzzer. So the Badgers now have an 18-point lead after being down by 1 in the third quarter. Skip pass to Civitak. Over to Freeman. Down low. Russo. Easy. Open 2. No good. Rebound Reagan Yamauchi. Yamauchi across the timeline. Looking to go coast to coast. Mid-range jumper. And it is good. So a timeout will be called. We will take a timeout as well.
I'm Reed Skinner. I'm an OBGYN, recently transferred here to Central Valley Medical Center in Nephi. I'm excited to bring to Nephi the experience and the training that I've had in helping to take care of women through all stages of life, from low risk to high risk pregnancies or infertility, family planning, all the way to postmenopause and the management of that time frame. I also specialize in minimally invasive surgery. I'm excited to be here in Nephi and partnering with Central Valley Medical Center, providing the best possible care we can for women through all stages of life.
Benjamin Franklin must have had dental and oral health in mind when he said, "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure." Douglas Dentistry offers many preventive dental treatment options, including checkups and cleanings for the whole family. Hi, this is Dr. Douglas. Let us care for all your family's dental health.
Douglas Dentistry is located in Ephraim at 41 West, 700 South, across from Los Amigos. Ask about our in-house dental benefit program for those without insurance.
Call 283-3800. That's 283-3800. And remember, prevention is the best medicine.
Welcome back to Rangeley, Colorado, home of the Colorado Northwestern Spartans. And here there's still snow on the ground compared to Ephraim, where Snow College is. There's no snow on the ground anymore.
Kind of ironic, right? No snow at Snow College.
Yeah, and the bus driver was saying that it got down to -3 degrees last night here in Rangeley. Compare that to Ephraim, where I walked to class last week in short sleeves.
A 3-second violation called against the Spartans there. It gives possession back to Snow College. And the fortunate thing about the way that this conference is set up is, despite, after this game most likely finishing 4 games under 500 at 4-8, the Badgers will still get an opportunity to make a run as Yamauchi knocks down her 11th point of the second half. If they beat Colorado next week, they're playing in a semifinal against Salt Lake Community College. And so as frustrating as perhaps this regular season has been, they still have an opportunity to make a run at the championship.
Some beautiful ball movement from the Badgers. Lexie Peterson, wide open for 3, hits it. Now that is the way basketball should be played. Just look at how much ball movement there is in this play.
And they had 2 open players at the top of the three-point line with Simpson and Peterson standing next to each other.
So a 25-point lead for the Badgers. We're going to take a quick 30-second break.
Little Caesars Pizza in Nephi and Ephraim boast the most cheese and the most common toppings at the nation's best prices. Family parties, work crews, office staff, or athletic teams all benefit when Little Caesars is asked to tame our hunger. From hot and ready to deep dish and everything in between, everybody wins with Little Caesars. Give Little Caesars Pizza a try today and you'll still be wearing a big old smile tomorrow. That's Little Caesars Pizza, 462 North Main in Ephraim and 1010 North Main in Nephi.
Welcome back. The Spartans have the ball. Alyssa Civitak gives that to Russo. Russo, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound, Micah Gustafson gives that to Reagan Yamauchi. The awesome thing about this Badger team is they have offensive players that can hit from any range. You think Micah Gustafson can hit down low. Reagan Yamauchi has been just absolutely lethal with that mid-range jump shot. Lexie Peterson from beyond the arc. The Badgers, they have the range. It's just being able to be consistent in that range.
Yeah, consistency has been the plague all season long, and that's something that comes over time with more experience, and hopefully next season they'll be able to figure out what exactly they were missing in order to get that consistency flowing.
So Courtney Lemon misses the shot, and the Badgers get the rebound. A foul is called on Courtney Freeman. Freeman's second foul. But according to the board, that is her 4th foul. So the Badgers will take over. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in the game. Reagan Yamauchi against Courtney Lemon. Over to McDonald. Looking low for Gustafson, but instead gives it to Anderson. Back over, down low to Gustafson. Travel is called on Micah Gustafson. So Lemon will inbound that to Civitak, and Civitak will bring it down for the Spartans. To Lemon. Looking low. Gives it to Freeman, over to Civitak, right wing. Freeman to Lemon. They're just passing it around, and Lexie Peterson gets the steal. Gives that up to McDonald. To Anderson. And the Badgers slow it down, set up, and try to run some clock. They have a 25-point lead, so there's really no need to score here, but Micah Gustafson gets the bucket anyway.
That's a nice dime there from Yamauchi. She had the hole to go to the hoop and ended up dishing it off to Gustafson.
Freeman for a deep 3, hits it. That was NBA range right there. So a timeout is called. We are going to take a timeout as well.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and has grown to be one of the major steel fabricator and erectors in the Intermountain West. The management and staff recognizes the dedication and hard work of the Snow College athletic teams and hopes their support assists the athletic programs in continuing their traditions of excellence. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time. Honored to sponsor the Snow Badgers Steelman Play of the Game.
Welcome back. After the quick timeout, Mike Russell called that one. Badgers lead by 24, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to play. Sidney McDonald will bring it down. And Mike Russell sat some of his key starters. He's sat down Reagan Umauchi, Micah Gustafson, and Sidney Pilling. I doubt we see them again in this game. They're probably just going to rest now for the next 5 days until they play this team again up in Twin Falls. Courtney Freeman can't hit, and Danny Russo gets the rebound but steps out of bounds. Badgers take the ball, and they come across half court. McDonald against Freeman. Beautiful screen. And she misses Reagan Anderson on the cut. And instead a turnover, so the Spartans will shoot. Danny Russo hits the three.
That's a hard shot to make, a three-pointer in transition like that. Didn't really take a whole lot of time setting up her feet. Impressive shot there from Danny Russo.
She's kind of a quiet beast. She is a very, very talented player. And that's the thing about this Colorado Northwestern team. They have plenty of talent. It's just a matter of converting that talent into wins. It's also difficult when you only have one or two players on your bench to relieve your starters.
You know, in all honesty, I think Freeman, Lemon, and Russo could all play. Bondurant, also a really good player for this team. A lot of them could play on any other team in this conference. There's no question about it. It's just the lack of bench players. They have three in this game, and they're not as well spread out as the rest of the teams in this conference.
So the Badgers trying to run as much clock as they can. McDonald, baseline drive, gets it out of bounds. So another turnover. You can see a lot of the men's players are starting to kind of warm up over there on the sidelines. Getting ready. They will tip off in about 32 minutes. So Danny Russo drives, misses. Josie Coleman grabs the rebound, gives that to Olivia Arvey. Arvey and another errant pass. McDonald could not get her hands on that one.
As a situation there where Arvey doesn't really need to force that pass. She's got time. She was covered. That's a situation where, you just kind of recognize where you are and look for a different pass.
That shot no good. Bounced around, and Josie Coleman came up with the rebound. Lexie Peterson gets it. The shot clock is off. McDonald drives, but keeps it out. And the Badgers are just going to dribble this out. And the end of the game, the final score is going to be 71-50. Before we leave, though, I got to say, I just got a text from my mom. They said they're watching this game. And I just want to say, hi, Mom and Dad. Sure love you guys. Jacob, that's the end of our regular season.
Yeah, well, you got to get ready for the tournament next week. It's going to be fun. We're going to start with these two teams again on Thursday, so we'll see what that game has to offer, and then, hopefully for the Badgers, they'll have a shot at playing Salt Lake in the semifinals.
It's going to be a fun one for Snow TV. I'm Joe Williams, Jacob Habel. Special thank you to Gary Chittister for making this production possible, and we will see you guys in 5 days.
You've been listening to exciting Snow College Badger basketball on South Central Utah's sports leader, KMTI AM 650. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us again for more Snow Badger basketball action on